You could easily kill those men. May they be damned, one and all. Those are not artistic books. That's what people have recounted, what they've seen. Of all the newly published books in the library of the director of Armenia's National Archives, the most valuable is this 3-volume set, The Armenian Genocide in Ottoman Turkey, Testimonies of Survivors. It contains over 700 testimonies and many rare photographs, all published for the first time. This is the house of a family of Kharpert industrialists, the Fabrikatorians. Only a black memory has remained from the white 2-story mansion. Everyone in the family, except their 20-year-old bride, Pailatsu, was murdered, as she would later recount bitterly. She says, "The same day that we were forced to leave our house and marched off as deportees, the provincial governor moved right in. On our way out of town, as we looked back, we could see him move into our house, with cartloads of possessions in tow." The testimony of the young woman includes a powerful postscript, a curse, doubling as a message to strive for justice. May those who read this be damned, one and all, if they fail to take revenge. Perhaps you'll consider us lunatics or criminals, but given what we saw, the life we lived, there can't be anyone, not even among the skeletons, who would not cry for revenge. The survivor testimonies in this repository have lived an entire century of silence and neglect. 3 years ago, they saw the light of day as they were published by Amatuni Virabyan and his colleague Gohar Avagyan. Our scholars once focused mainly on documents pertaining to international relations or letters by the Armenian Catholicos to heads of state, requesting their help to prevent the genocide. But the human stories of individual survivors were ignored. Those human stories were documented between 1915 and 1917 by the ARF's Vshtapatum group, which collected testimonies by Assyrians, Greeks, and Turks as well. Those are of evidentiary value. For the first time, we've published documents in which the very mechanism of the genocide, as applied against individual families and communities, is described. Deciphering the often illegible testimonies required endless patience on the part of researchers. They also needed nerves of steel to be able to read descriptions of horrific savagery. When you read this material, when a mother recounts that her 6-year-old daughter was raped so many times by 7 soldiers that she lost her life, it seems to you that you could easily kill those men. Amatuni Virabyan and Gohar Avagyan were awarded the RA President's Prize for their 3-volume work. Sponsored by benefactors Jean and Albert Bogosian and administered by the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund, the President's Prize is awarded for outstanding contributions to genocide studies and recognition. The work of the fund in the spheres of culture, research, and education is of enormous importance. The survivor testimonies have been published in Armenian, Turkish, English, and Russian. Soon a Spanish edition will be printed. It is mainly intended for Spanish-speaking scholars and researchers, but also a large number of our compatriots throughout South America who can't read Armenian. There are still thousands of screaming stories about the massacres among the 300 million archival documents, which occupy some 12,000 square meters of space. While the archives have much to tell, these 2 scholars are once again hard at work. Currently, Virabyan and Avagyan are working on their 4th and 5th volumes, which will contain 150 additional, never-before-published survivor odysseys.